Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown. Come on. Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Big Ben. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs.
Race fans, are you trucking for more time trials? My name is Air and Take. I am your host, and today we begin the second half of our time trials with 17 more competitors. Richard, take it over.
The results of the first 17 drivers brought a lot of excitement, and for some of them, their fate lies in the balance of what will happen today as the next 17 racers make their way down this treacherous mountain in order to qualify for the top 32. Aaron.
Our first racer for today is Bolo Brown. He's driving that rugged off track, and he races for miniature car racing.
Okay, race fans, remember now, these drivers have 2 tries down the mountain. Bolo Brown made it down both times, and this is the faster of the 2. Here he is making his way around Mesa Butte, cartwheeling through the first split in a 10.535, and now through the S-turns backwards. Looking good, making a straight line now, and 20.42 is a good time as he makes a way around the Big U. Onto the scrambler, he's holding it in reverse and coming through. The finish time is a 28.105, that'll put him in the middle.
And now, from Canada is Crazy Canuck driving that Circle Trucker from the A-team.
And the Crazy Canuck also finished in both of his heats. This is the faster one, his second heat, as he makes his way over the creek jump. He's got a low center of gravity, and we're being told that he also has some clearance issues, but he manages to make his way, 10.61, and now under runway 3. Taking the right side of the runway and coming back to the left, he's coming through it at 20.68. Maybe a little bit of trouble around the Big U. I think he's hoping to finish here, keeping the nose forward and down the left side through the finish, a 30.398. That will put him on the board, ready to race.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at Squirt from Bay City Diecast. He is driving a bad mudder.
Did you say bad mother or bad mudder?
Mudder. Like mud.
Oh, good. Well, for a minute there, I thought he had a bad mother. Anyway, Squirt is now on his way through the snow. And let's keep in mind, this is his second attempt. He did not finish his first one. 11.07, he must cross the finish line. To move on and compete, he's looking good so far. Down runway 3, nice straight line. Coming through, 20.62. Now that's picking up some speed. Squirt is on his... Whoa, he just barrel rolled on the scrambler through the finish, and I don't think the timer even knew what to do. The backup timer says a 28.22. We'll give it to him.
And now, introducing Linda with Dr. Dodge driving a 1978 Dodge Overkill.
Overkill?
You better believe it. Check out that suspension.
Whoa, that's impressive. That's some engineering there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Linda's on her way. Now, on her first attempt, she did not finish. That truck seems to be bouncing around, but so far so good. Through the snow. And now onto Mesa Butte. Oh, ouch. Backwards she goes. 10.72. Linda now over the train. Jump and crashes upside down. We need a rescue team out there to help Linda. Let's check the instant replay.
Wow. Won't you look at that? Well, Linda will be going to sudden death.
Good to see them helping, but ladies and gentlemen, just take a minute and look at that gorgeous piece of engineering, that suspension.
All right, let's introduce our next competitor, which is Strike from Essex Boys. He's driving a Ford F-150.
All right, so Strike hits the green, hits the pedal on the green light, and now clears the creek. On his first attempt, he got a 27.82. This is attempt number 2. Ooh, a little struggle now. And through the first checkpoint in 11.53. Over the train jump, he's looking smooth and gaining speed. Onto runway 3. He's got a smooth run going here. 20.93 on the second check, and now around the Big U, looking fast, staying good on the scrambler through the finish, and a 27. 28.544 right in the middle.
And this is Josh Poffler, driving a 1962 Nissan Junior with Rust Belt Racing.
This is Josh's first attempt, and unfortunately, he got caught sideways over the creek jump and crashed. We're about to watch his second attempt.
That old Nissan has a pretty narrow front axle.
That's right, Aaron, and that's why he struggled the first time down. Here goes Josh, attempt number 2. Oh, that's too bad.
And Josh will have to go to sudden death to await his fate.
And here's the replay, and you see Josh got a little too low on the landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Bentley Rodensky with Bent Rod Racing, driving this beautiful GMC Cyclone.
There's the green light. Now on the first attempt, Bentley did not finish. This is his second. He must finish to qualify. He's looking very fast. Whoa, a 9.23. He is just off the record, held by Numskull, 9.20. Now he's on runway 3. Hugging the right-hand side and through the second split at a 19.09. Bentley is really screaming in that Cyclone. Here he goes, a full spin and through the finish in a 26.889. That will put him well in the pole.
Uncle Elvis is in the building. He has showed up in a Pikes Peak Tacoma.
On Uncle Elvis's first attempt, he got a 28.901. The light is green. Let's hope he gets a faster time in his second round here. Through the snow, looking good. A nice low center of gravity. Sliding wonderfully on the Mesa Butte at a 10.47. Over the train jump, he's looking very smooth. He's got a good ride down runway 3, ladies and gentlemen, and through the split. 19.69, under 20 seconds. Onto the scrambler. Spinning it around, coming through backwards. 27.123, that puts him in the middle.
Arlo is at the top of Chavano Mountain, ready to race down for Arlo Racing in his trademark-colored Volkswagen Caddy.
There's the green light, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure Arlo is itching to get back in the race and compete. He's looking very fast. Here he goes, onto Mesa Butte. Whoa, spinning it around at a 9.7. He is backwards, around the snake. S-turns and screaming down, an 18.62. He is just at the record over Mr. Dark, and now onto the scrambler in reverse and coming through. 25.205 is a new record and the top of the pole. And there you see it. Arlo now has the record. Mr. Dark is second, and Papa Pugsley.
And sorry to interrupt you there, Richard, but Papa Pugsley in his Dodge D100 is racing for Manchild Motorsports. Here he goes.
There's the green light. I'm sure Papa Pugsley took note of Arlo and his time, his finish time. He's looking very smooth through the snow, drifting very well with a 9.63 through the first checkpoint. Oh, a little loose there after the train jump. And now onto the runway. He may have lost a little momentum, but he's looking good. 19.28 and around the Big U. Oh, now things look to be slowed up just a bit as he makes his way on the scrambler. He spins it backwards, comes through. 27.405 will put him in the middle, solidly on the pole.
Let's welcome back End Count from the Chase Family Racing. He's driving a 1969 custom Chevy pickup.
There we go. Now, End Count had good runs on both his first and second attempt. This is the faster of the two. Attempt number 1. Onto Mesa Butte and drifting well, coming through under 10 seconds on the first split. He's going to the right side and hugging the runway. Down in a 19.33 once again. Very solid. Around the Big U he goes. Holding it steady on the scrambler. Coming through very well. 27.263 will put him in the middle.
Next up, we have Terrence Jr. from Redline Salvage Inc., driving the off-track.
And Terrence had an unfortunate incident on the first time down. Here he goes. Attempt number 2, hoping to finish and finish strong. He's looking good through the snow and now onto Mesa Butte. Oh, what a nice drift coming through. 10.22 is a respectable first split. Okay, he's looking solid now and on to runway 3. Listen to that engine. 20.34 around the Big U. Something seems to be dragging him up though. And now he's onto the scrambler. Coming down, looking good. He will cross the line in a 29.884. Now we're getting word that Terrence and in fact all of the drivers who drive the off-track are having trouble with their bumper rubbing against the big U, so the judges are allowing them to trim it after the time trials.
And race fans, we have a newcomer here again. It is Chicken George from NDR, racing in a Lolux.
The first time down, Chicken George got a 28.885, but he doesn't appear to be chicken of anything right now. Look at that great drifting. Oh, he has spun backwards. 9.78, that's a great time for the first split, and look at him charge in that Lolux in reverse with an 18.72. He has broken 19 seconds now onto the scrambler. Is he going to hold on? And he does. He comes through in a 25.72, second on the pole.
Introducing Johnny Smoke with SST Diecast Racing, driving that Ford F-150 Lightning.
Okay, here we go. The light's green. Now, the first time down, Johnny did have trouble on the drift turn. I hope he gets it straightened out here. He's looking good. Through the snow, now onto Mesa Butte. No drifting. Oh, dear. He's in reverse. And he is stalled out. Well, Johnny will have one more chance in sudden death.
Next up is Home Slice, driving 4 landlines in an F483. Now get this, with a load of wood and a keg of beer.
What? A load of wood and keg of beer? Why is he doing that?
He's sponsored by landlines. Maybe he's putting telephone poles in.
But we don't need telephone poles on Chavano Mountain Raceway.
Okay, well maybe he's carrying them to a different location.
And racing at the same time. Oh dear, but he's flipped over.
Yeah, and this was his second attempt.
Yeah. We need emergency crews to help
the beer.
Mr. Home Slice here.
No, we need to help the beer.
Okay, there we go.
Look, the beer isn't coming out of the truck.
Yeah, okay, Aaron, I know the beer. But look, the wood isn't coming out either.
No, but the beer. When
are they going to get him fixed?
They don't want to spill the beer.
This is taking too long.
Don't spill the beer.
Somebody please help Home Slice.
Don't spill the beer.
Come on, Crane. Okay, much better.
Okay. Next up from Ragtag Racing is Dirtus. He's driving a 2004 Chevy Love.
Dirtus did not finish on his first attempt, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the green light. Let's root him on to finish. That has got to be the longest exhaust pipes I've ever seen. Here he goes now onto the Mesa Butte. Oh, spinning around, and now he's blowing smoke forwards. A split time of 10.44, that's not too bad. I really don't understand why he's driving backwards, but he is making his way. 21.49. A little slower around the big U. Maybe he wants to catch in the scenery. Now on. Oh, he spins it around. Come on, Dirtus. Making his way down the scrambler. He will finish 34.610, but he is on the board.
And ladies and gentlemen, our final competitor of the day is Lily the dog. Go Lily, go Lily, go Lily.
Okay, Aaron, I know you're excited. Lily is back, and now Homer is going to be the navigator. There's the green light. Now this is Lily's second attempt. On Lily's first attempt, she did not finish. Whoa, rolling that truck up on 2 wheels. Beautiful drifting. 10.36, looks great. Nice jump. Lily's got to keep it control here. Nice speed down the runway. And there she goes. 19.38 onto the scrambler. Oh no, she's flipped this. Oh, and Homer's not happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to sudden death. 5 of the 17 trucks were unable to finish.
First up was Linda. With the Dr. Dodge racing team, she made her way around on the Joker lane, but coming through the tunnel, the truck just ran out of gas and was unable to finish. Next up was Josh Puffler in the 1962 Nissan. He screamed around the Joker lane onto the runway. Got a little loose, though, around the big U and lost some momentum. But when he got onto the scrambler, he finished through, and he will qualify to race on. Johnny Smoke with SST Diecast was the next down the track. He screamed around the Joker lane and through the tunnel onto the runway, but he spun around. He was able to keep his momentum onto the scrambler, but then found himself getting stuck halfway down. Home Slice with the wood and the keg of beer found himself back at the top of the mountain, not losing a beat. Home Slice got onto the runway and just looked great around the big U, keeping his load intact, and watch this crazy ride on the scrambler as he doesn't lose a thing and finishes. He will qualify. Lily the dog was the last driver down the mountain with Homer by her side. She screamed along through the Joker lane on the runway, but around the big U flipped over and was unable to finish.
Race fans, here is the Season 4 pole position with Arlo at the top, 1 through 8. Here is 9 through 16. These drivers have finished. The final grouping, 17 through 24, the drivers had finished.
And ladies and gentlemen, here are the final 8 drivers that had to go into sudden death. The 32nd position is Lily the dog.
Let's give a hand to Linda and Craigster Sr. for participating.
The racing begins now with 8 groupings. Here is grouping number 1. And immediately following that, grouping number 2, the 15 through 18 seed. This is group number 3 with the 3 and 4 seed against the 29 and 30th. Group number 4 here. Race fans, this is group number 5. Group number 6. This is group number 7. And the final grouping is shown here.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you truckin'?